and I've reviewed most of the Atari Recharged games. Like I liked Breakout Recharged and Asteroids Recharged was really good. This time I got a review code for Yars Recharged, which is basically a sequel to Yars Revenge. I don't know. Okay, nobody played Turrican. Did anyone play Yars Revenge? Anybody?
I looked it up and said this looks bad, and I didn't look at it again.
It's very it was a very unique kind of shooter for its time, because it played really weird. So it's a single screen shooter. On one side, you have basically the enemy core, like the evil planet kind of thing. In the middle is a force field, and then you have your little bug dude. That's your shooter. And this is the new one that you're seeing on the screen now if you're watching this. And so basically it was, you can't just like attack the main villain straight up. You have to sort of nibble away at the shield. And then if you want to do like an attack, you go to the other side of the screen and fire a piece of the like shield at the enemy. And that's how you like defeat him. And the force field in the middle blocks out any sort of incoming bullets from the enemy, but it doesn't stop his little vortex attack. So you can sort of protect yourself, but you're not ever 100% safe when you're in there, and you can't attack when you're in that force field. So it's neat. So this takes that idea and just kind of like ups it significantly. It moves.
Hey JJ.
Yeah.
What's that one like competitive like
Killer Queen
multiplayer? Yes, that's
Queen,
what this reminds me of.
Yeah. Yeah, especially the description. Really, it's really a lot of running back and forth, and that's what Yars Recharge sort of takes the sort of core idea of what Yars Revenge was, and kind of makes it into a real game this time, as opposed to sort of like the hobbled together Atari 2600 kind of like, I made this game in 3 days of off a Coke bender. This one feels much more competent. So it moves the force field to the left hand of the screen, as you can see. It only gets activated when you collect enough of those like yellow glowing bits. And so your little bug dude can go up to the force fields and kind of nibble away at them. And so when you nibble away at them, you get the energy. And then you can start. You also have a shoot button, so you're also shooting at the same time.
Oh yeah.
But there is some. There are also modifiers that change like the scoring and how the levels predict, where you can kind of turn off the shooting and you just have to sort of nibble. And when you defeat one of the turrets, you get its power, and it'll do like a laser shot or a multi shot. And so basically, what you want to do is build up your energy. Till it opens up the cannon on the left-hand side, which is also the force field that you can hide in for safety. So you want to create a path to the main core, go all the way to the left, enter the cannon, aim it, and you're going to fire 2 shots of your energy thing. And it just takes 2 shots to defeat the core. But sometimes it's moving, so you have to sort of like time it and angle it right and stuff like that. And sometimes you may not have cleared it out appropriately, and you're just going to hit the force field and blow away some of the force field and not really get a good hit or anything. And later on you get like different like bullet hell. It becomes a bullet hell at a point. Like eventually you're trying to nibble away at the force field as you're dodging bullets, and the main core is also charging up. You can see it's like charging up the turrets and stuff too. It's those big pink ones. You're trying to defeat all of those, and you can see sometimes you get even more. Sometimes it's more than one that you have to defeat. It becomes stressful, and the default mode is 1 life. So you have like 3 health. 3 health pips and 1 life, and once you're dead, it's just like, well, that's your high score. So it does a really good arcade thing, but there's multiplayer and stuff in it. But of all of the Recharged games, this is the first time where I've played one and thought that this is exponentially better than the original game. It doesn't. It's not. It's barely recognizable as the original game, but so much of the core of what Yars Revenge was is still kind of there in its DNA that you recognize it as a Yars game. Like if you've played it. It really feels like a natural sort of progression of it, and it's a twin stick shooter. So all of these are twin stick shooters for the most part. All of these Recharged games, except for the like Breakout one, but like the Asteroids one is this twin stick shooter. Black Widow was a twin stick shooter. They're clearly all really benefiting from everyone's fond memories of Geometry Wars. So
Yeah.
this of all of them, I'm playing this one on Switch. It's available on everything. Of all of the Recharged games, this is the best one yet, and I definitely think that you should play this one if you have the opportunity. I really, really like this game. It's a good, like, I'm gonna sit down and do a run, and then I'm done, and I can come back to it in a week or so or something. It's a great little game, and it's inexpensive. Highly recommend it.
How long do runs typically last?
What? Depending on your skill set. Like I've had ones that have lasted, 20 minutes, but it's sometimes the cards aren't in your favor, and it's like, oh, I died before I got to the second screen. Great. Like, it's just depend on how. So eventually, you're just going to get really good at it,
Sure.
Or not.